Hello friends, I'm Colonel Chahal and today in this video we will be discussing about ways and means to improve your power of imagination as also to visualize things the way they are rather than visualizing them the way somebody has told you to visualize them. Now when you go for your SSB during the PPDT group discussion, you will realize that most stories that the candidates are narrating are very stereotype or you will get a feeling कि भाई ये story तो मैंने पहले भी कहीं सुनी हुई है. So you have to understand that these are all stories which have been picked up from here and there from the social media, and therefore when the assessors listen to these stories, naturally they also feel that this is not a thought which is representing this person, but it is a borrowed thought, and therefore the story has no meaning for the assessors. Because after all, what is the aim of story writing? The aim is to get to know you as a person through the characters that you've created in your story and through the theme to understand how your mind works. So what kind of a mindset do you have? Now, if that mindset that you are representing is not yours and is a borrowed one, naturally that story has no meaning for the assessors. Now, there are two reasons basically why candidates tend to write these preconceived stories. Now, one reason is that the capacity to imagine and visualize has gone down. वो हम बाद में देखेंगे कि क्यों नीचे चली गई है. And the second reason is that the present generation is losing connectivity with the environment around you. So you have no idea कि आसपास की जो ये दुनिया चल रही है किधर को जा रही है, because you are living a life of a person who's in a cocoon. So आप एक कुएं के मेंढक की तरह उधर ही गोल गोल घूम रहे हो, and for that reason you have no idea where the world is going. So ये दो reasons हैं, imagination और visualization कमज़ोर हो गई और आपकी connectivity with your surroundings has gone down. Now there is naturally a reason why this has happened. ये दो reasons हैं, एक तो आपका individual reason है और दूसरा है आम जो सोसाइटी का जो प्रेशर है, पेरेंटल प्रेशर, टीचर्स का, पीयर प्रेशर है, उन सबको मिला के जो सोसाइटी का हमारे ऊपर प्रेशर है, दैट इज द सेकेंड रीजन. सो लेट अस लुक एट बोथ ऑफ दीज वन बाय वन. सो हाउ इज द इंडिविजुअल द मेंटल मेकअप एंड द रूटीन दैट यू हैव, that is actually killing your imagination. So what is your routine? You get up, you get ready, go to your school. From the school, you come back, go for your tuitions, come back from your tuitions, you are studying or you're going through some social media, watching some movie or something like that, and that is the end of your day. So this routine prevents you from exploring and imagining anything which is new. In fact, parents take pride in this fact that हमारा बच्चा बस स्कूल जाता है, स्कूल से घर आता है, and they feel that is amazing, not realizing that this is curbing him from imagining and exploring new things. And that leads us to the second point, which is the pressure of the society. अभी आपको society क्या बोल रही है कि भाई this is the beaten path, इसके ऊपर आपको चलना है. If you wander off this beaten path, फिर हमारे को मत बोलना if you stray away and if you lose your path, then don't blame us for it. So, you are having so much of fear of failure in your mind that you tend to get into that भेड़ चाल. And although शौक तो है आपको क्रिकेट खेलने का या म्यूज़िक का या फोटोग्राफी का, but then you say भाई I don't want to wander off, ये ना हो कि मेरा फ्यूचर गड़बड़ हो जाए. So ये जो आगे वाली भेड़ चल रही है इसके पीछे पीछे चलना है. So you have no idea where these people are going. Perhaps जो सबसे आगे वाली भेड़ है उसको शायद कोई आइडिया होगा कि वो कहाँ जा रही है, but the person behind has no idea. So you got to be just lucky if this leading वाली जो भेड़ है वो आपको किसी greener pastures में ले जाए. Otherwise, the leading वाली भेड़ आपको कसाई के बाड़े तक भी लेके जा सकती है. So there is no idea where you are going. You're just following what others are doing. So these are the two reasons which are preventing us from imagining and thinking beyond what is there immediately around us. Now, I will give you some 10 points or 10 tips that you can keep in your mind that can help you improve your power of visualization and the power of imagination. First point is that you got to learn to be more mindful and more observant of the surroundings around you. So, जब भी आप कहीं भी बाहर निकलते हो, it is very important to look around and see what is happening around you. You could actually even do role plays. Let's say you go to a bank or a shop where you sit down and you observe other people, and in your mind you can kind of switch roles. You become that bank manager or you become that cashier and ask yourself, if I was in his place, how would I make the functioning of this place better? So if I was this shopkeeper, or if I was this salesperson, what could I do so that the sales can become better, or I can be a better salesperson? So when you keep visualizing in your mind and you keep wargaming in your mind, you will automatically be triggering your own imagination and power of visualization. So that is point number one. The second point is that you got to learn to be more curious. In general, try and be more inquisitive. So don't feel shy to ask even people who are younger to you, or even people that you don't know. It may be a good idea to keep asking them questions, and this helps you to understand and imagine better. Now, I always give this example of, we next to Olive Green's Institute, we have this fire station. So I give this example to the candidates that अगर आप उनके साथ interact करो और पता करो कि भाई जब आग लगती है तो what is the procedure, which is the party that takes off first, पानी कहाँ से भरते हैं, किस तरह के फायर के लिए किस तरह का फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर आप यूज़ करते हो, पानी ख़त्म हो जाता है तो क्या ड्रिल होती है, कौन सी चीज़ें हैं जो पहले निकालनी होती हैं, what does the salvage party do, etc. etc. So now if you would have interacted with these people and clarified your mind about it, next time if there is a picture which is showing fire in a building, बाकी सारे के सारे कैंडिडेट्स ने वही स्टीरियोटाइप स्टोरी लिखी हुई है, कॉलिंग द फायर ब्रिगेड, raising an alarm and getting everybody there, and trying to evacuate people who are stuck inside, and with the help of other people containing the fire till such time fire brigade arrives. तो ये रूटीन एक स्टोरी सब लोग लिखेंगे. However, if you would have interacted with these people from the fire station, you could have written such a unique story. Let's say you could be, the main character could be the fire safety officer of a particular multinational company. So this person, how he had already rehearsed the drills of all the individuals there, how everybody assembled at a particular assembly area, how the teams were divided, how the hard drives and the important documents were taken out first, and what were the drills that were adopted to contain the fire. So the story can be so exclusive and different from what the others have written. So it will naturally not be a stereotype story. Why? Because you have interacted with people who are professionals in that field, and naturally you have greater information about the same. The third tip that I would like to give you is that you should practice storytelling techniques. So उसमें क्या करो? Watch some very creative kind of movies with different experiences of different perspectives. Also read some fiction novels, and then जो आपने story पढ़ी है उसको अपने आप को आप narrate करो, अपने आप को बताओ उस story के बारे में. Give out the finer details of that story, and you can even tell to other people. तो जब आप story telling करते हो तो उससे क्या होता है, आपकी imagination trigger होती है. So you are able to then visualize things the way they were shown in that particular picture, and you are able to explain it to other people. That naturally helps to improve or trigger your imagination. The fourth tip that I would like to give you is that you should read books or read stories of achievers. YouTube पे आपको बहुत सारी ऐसी stories मिलेंगी where some IITian after completing his studies he went into farming. He did something very creative or different from his field, or some kind of an innovative startup somebody started off with. So you could read about these stories, and then from your own interests of life you could visualize कि अगर मैं ये काम करता तो how could I done the same, and that will again help you to visualize and imagine things better. Now the fifth tip that I would like to give you is that you must engage in some artistic activities like पेंटिंग और ड्राइंग और स्केचिंग और स्कल्पटिंग. ये जो जब आप एक्टिविटीज़ में पार्टिसिपेट करते हो तो इट हेल्प्स यू टू एक्सप्रेस योर क्रिएटिविटी, एंड देयरफॉर इट स्टिमुलेट्स योर इमेजिनेशन. So you have the liberty to create whatever, and therefore it helps you to stimulate your imagination. So try and do this. The sixth tip that I would like to give you is that you must come out of your comfort zone. You must come out. You must travel. You must see new places. You must learn some new skill every year. So when you do that, you tend to broaden your horizon, and that sparks new ideas, and that helps you to rejuvenate your imagination. So try learning some new skills every now and then. The seventh tip that I would like to give you is that you must work in collaborative projects within your locality or within your society, wherever that you're staying. Now this benefits you from the diverse perspectives of other people. So this naturally boosts your creative ability. When you learn from other people, you get some diverse views, and which helps you to become sharper. The eighth tip that I would like to give you is that you should do some form of creative writing every day. So जो भी आपने दिन में देखा, सुना, उसको reduce it to writing. Now the same helps you to be more imaginative. So उसको जब आप लिखोगे, तो maybe you will add some dimensions of imagination to the same. So try and do some creative writing every day. Ninth tip that I would like to give you is that you must spend some time with yourself every day. Go for a long walk, and let your thoughts to wander. So when you let your thoughts to wander, you will see that it will generate many new ideas, and it will help you to improve your imagination in a very major way. And the last point, the 10th point that I would like to give you is that you must participate in some physically stimulating activities, some group-oriented sporting activities. उससे क्या होता है? You connect with other people, and it stimulates your imagination. It also improves your mental well-being, which is very important for you to be sharper, for you to be more creative and more imaginative. So these are some 10 tips that you can keep in your mind, and if you practice these in your day-to-day life, I can assure you that your creative ability and your imagination and your power to visualize will definitely improve. All the best. See you again.